Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast YCS Sydney Special. I'm your host Jake. Today I am joined by Ben from NolanTCG.
It's hot and I'm not doing the zoom-ins.
Braggio.
Hey.
And Luke from
Hello.
Locals.
Hello. That was loud. Sorry.
So how was our YCS? Let's start with you, Luke.
No, mine was really bad.
Oh.
I was just unprepared due to personal issues, and I just didn't do well. But I really mainly just came here just to like have a weekend away.
Yeah.
With mates. So like that was kind of like the main part.
boys.
Just needed time. Yeah, just time away with mates away from work. So it was good overall in that aspect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, perfect. Ben.
I had an alright YCS. I didn't do tremendously well, but I'm not super unhappy with the way that I performed. I started the day strong, won my way to table 1, and then it just kind of fell apart from there. So, look, I can't knock my YCS at all. Like, yes, if there were mistakes that I made, and ultimately what ended my tournament was me just not paying attention to time. But I can't knock it at the end of the day. I quite enjoyed my weekend, and I'm not sitting here being like salty about like, oh, I lost, I should have done this, should have done that. At the end, when I lost my last and I was out, I was like, you know what? I'm fine with this. I had an enjoyable weekend. All my matches were pretty fun. I didn't play against any like shit people. Yeah, overall had a great YCS.
Lovely. Brag.
So in the Krispy Kreme report yesterday, I was really hard on myself. I was disappointed, and I was thinking back over the matches. I finally went back over and went, oh, hold on, the misplay that I did wasn't a misplay. I was trying to play around the nip. I realized in the moment, it's just I got so mad at myself later in the duel that I'm like, no, there was a reason why I did it that way, and he had all the outs. So I just had a bad string of bad run. I probably wouldn't have gone any better if I continued on like out of that round, so but yeah, it has been a good weekend. I've enjoyed myself. I like this deck, so Snake Eyes, that is.
Snake Eyes and
Scraps.
Yeah.
Deck profile, come and see.
So my YCS, I came into this YCS with very low expectations. I wasn't coming in with a Snake Eyes. I just was playing what I had, so I had very low expectations of how I'd do. Granted, I didn't top, so those expectations were valid, but I kept in it for much longer than what I had thought I would. So I was playing branded with the Puppet lock. It might have gone better if I decided not to do that, because everyone was prepared for Puppet. But yeah, like my matchups were fine. For the most part, my opponents were all fine. And yeah, I was only like officially out of it by the 8th round. So like,
it's really good.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
happy.
how's
with
branded
that
today? How was branded this weekend, Jake? You were so hard on it last weekend.
Like it was fine.
Yeah.
It lost to exactly
it
what
sucked so much last week, and then
but that's
you
the
rode
thing.
it
It
through.
lost to exactly the interactions that I thought it would.
Yeah, but after 8 rounds.
Yeah, that's really good. What was like the worst thing for branded? Like your worst
Decks that can get 1-card combos and hand traps. Branded does not have any of those.
So Snake Eye.
Yeah.
Like my very last match before I was out of it completely was my first Snake Eyes match of the entire thing, and I was effectively just a nuisance that he needed to get rid of so that he could move on. I put up very little resistance to what he was able to do. He's like, oh this foolishness thing, that's fine. And then I was like, I had to limp my way to a Puppet lock set up for his turn. And I was like, okay, trigger the effect of Sanctify. And he's like, Bell. Anyway, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah. And yeah, like, the event's otherwise been fine, and similar to Luke, I just treated this as like, it's going to be a weekend away with some card games in between. So relatively happy with how I did. Just as a quick thing before we move on to the next thing, of all of us, we did have one top in our group, which was Joshua Glenn on Salamangreat. You can catch his profile on Ben's profile if you haven't seen it already. And a begrudging congratulations to him. This is the first and last time I want to hear about it until next year. Thanks. Otherwise, yeah, anything else that we want to chat about this YCS?
Who would have thought Salamangreat would do well in this format?
A fire deck doing well in fire deck.
Yeah.
Well, I was just say like the format wasn't as bad as I thought. Like I do like the concept of the fact that it just allows more rogue, because of the whole price point of like Snake Eye. Yes, it's like really good, but the fact that people can still you know, they're not completely forced to
Yeah.
play it. Like, because I've seen
Like-
a lot of variety, all things considered. Like, if you look at the breakdown, it's what 300,
Well,
400
yeah,
players.
just on that. So for the event, there were 917 players, and the breakdown is as follows. We had 14% on Pure Snake Eye, 12.3 on Fire King Snake Eye, 11% on Voiceless Voice, a staggering 58.6% on Branded,
Yeah.
48.5 on Kashtira.
What?
Hang on, yeah, the percentage of these don't make sense, do they?
Where have you gotten this note from?
This is from Yahweh.
From
Yeah.
Yahweh's Facebook post?
Yeah.
It's definitely not
percentage
meant, it's
of
meant
these-
to be 4 point, not...
Yeah, I don't understand these percentages.
50%
Anyway,
branded
we'll
seems
just
a
go
bit
with the
nice.
numbers. We'll just go with the numbers. So 129 Snake Eyes,
Yep.
113 Fire King Snake Eyes, 101 Voiceless Voice, 58. Oh, I see where I've made a mistake now. Yep,
You started reading the total decks as percentages.
Yep. 58 Branded, 48 Kashtira, 41% Fluundry, 41, sorry,
did it
41, 40 Labyrinth, and then 387 other.
So how many cats were in the room again?
50 or something.
48.
Felt
3 made top cut.
Felt like more.
Shit, I've
It
seen a
did-
lot of cash.
It did feel like there was a lot of cash, but to Luke's point, that is traditionally the way we end up in Australia. Is like when we enter these tier 0 formats, a lot of people just refuse to play it.
Yeah, that's what I did last year.
There's only so many bonfires in the country.
True.
Because I really don't blame people at all for not wanting to spend money on fire. Like, yeah, it's insanely powerful, but like, I've seen a lot of videos floating around that people just kept saying it is a good format for Rogue, and like I do like that. It gave the opportunity to like for people to just play what they're comfortable with and do well. Because I knew someone through I think it's Jesse, mate.
Shout out Jesse.
His mate was playing like Horus. Like it was just a pile of cards. It was like Horus, Orcus something with like Tarot top and
Yep.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure he was doing quite well. I'm pretty sure he topped. I'm not 100% sure.
There was a horror stake in top 32.
yeah, so yeah,
by all
that
means,
could have been
be that.
him.
Jesse
yeah.
was- yeah.
And then with Josh with Salad, and then yeah, I'm not exactly sure the breakdown. For
We'll
32.
cover that. We'll
Locals
cover that in a
Jesse got
second.
FTK.
Yeah,
by
but no,
Horus.
I think it's just I think it was a solid format overall.
Yeah. Like I
The
found
whole
that
tier 0 thing was blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
I think.
like
Mate,
people were also pretty alarmed that like when we walked into the room and 25% of people were playing Snake Eyes in some degree. It was like,
Yeah.
well, that's a big number for one of our YCSs. But I personally, after playing 4 mirror matches straight yesterday, like I quite like the mirror match.
The mirror match to me is
Like-
it's more enjoyable than other matchups.
Yeah, it gives me like Zodiac vibes, where it's like, yes, like everything you do is 1-card combo, and it's up to what the rest of your deck does to decide the match. And I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I quite enjoy it.
And the deck is quite fragile when you think about it as well. So, like, if you hand trap them a couple times, their end board is like
Yeah.
usually just like
Have you
an IP.
imperm a snake, Ash, and they don't have anything else? Done.
Yeah,
They are
that's
done.
where it is
Yeah.
though.
The issue
if
is
they
that the
don't
other
have
4
anything
cards
else,
are going to
yeah,
come back at you.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but then they have like 4 hand traps.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can play through the double imperm, sometimes you can't. But most of the time,
Yeah.
you can't.
Like I
Oh.
imperm Vela, like the Witch and the Ash, and then they just pass, which was like that's just how it is.
Yeah. Anyway,
But
that brings
yeah.
to top 32.
Yes, so we have a top 32 breakdown, again, courtesy of Yahweh Zhang, always very helpful with these kinds of things.
Yeah, I
he's
do
doing the
appreciate-
written coverage over the weekend.
Yeah, I do.
Well, it's not being uploaded live, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it must be just like a big content dump at the end of the
Yeah.
weekend.
But yeah, at least someone's doing something. So
It's
thank
good
you.
just having
We
the
have
breakdown.
something! Hooray!
Yeah.
So we have in the top 32, 11 Fire King Snake Eye, 11 Pure Snake Eye.
8 Pure Snake Eye.
Yes. What's Vovo? Oh, Voiceless Voice.
There was 3
Yeah.
Voiceless Voice, 3
3
Kashtira.
Correct. And then all the rest are one-obs.
No, I thought there was a 2 of in there. Unless that was Kashtira that I stuffed up.
No, all the rest are one according to Yahweh.
Okay.
So we have a flu, a shark,
Uh-huh.
a salad,
Uh-huh.
thank you Josh, a branded, a Horus combo,
Yeah,
a
that
vanquished
was
soul, and a purely.
Oh yeah, Vanquish Soul was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen.
All of
Yeah,
those.
Stephen Medhurst top
Yeah.
with Vanquish Soul.
Oh,
Congratulations.
good work, Steve.
You
Oh,
put in
and the water,
some great work.
that was like the Umi control thing. I'm
No,
pretty sure.
it wasn't Umi Control. It was the other stuff. It was Sharks.
Oh, like the
Water disease.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I was pretty proud of that guy. He was, I think, undefeated going into the final round, and he lost his final round. Yeah.
Being
Very impressive.
like first after Swiss with water,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah, you like when you do that well with a deck that is so down the meta chain. Like props have to go out to you, to be honest.
I
Just the-
think part of his issue, like if they played the whole tournament in a day, he probably would have gone further. The fact that the players that was like looking like they were going to top on
they
day
were
2
then
had
aware
the
of
night
it.
to research what the deck does.
Yeah,
Makes a huge difference.
Because there was only one more round in the Swiss, so like that just makes a big difference that it's
Yeah.
the next day.
Still, quarter representation for Snake Eye to get top.
It'd be
to get
cool.
half the top.
It'd be cool to see how he placed, like if he made it to like 16 or top 8 or.
Do we know the winner's list yet? Oh, the winner, what the winner was playing. We know the winner.
We do.
Just
The
happened 10
winner.
minutes ago.
The winner was Jason Huang, and he was on pure Snake Eye.
Pure Snake Eyes. Okay, I think he
Who would
beat
have thought
Kamal.
one card combo and 15 other hand trap packages
Yeah.
would do well.
I'm happy Aussie won it.
Yeah, he beat Kamal Crooks in the final. So
Very
we had
nice.
quite a strong US representation or foreign representation
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, that was a lot this
Cool.
year.
There's a lot of Americans. I saw Yassine was in the room.
He topped. You seen top the event?
What was he? I'm assuming.
I
He
don't-
was on Fire King Snake Eye.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He wouldn't have travelled all this way to play something else.
No. Cyber Dragons, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, he has made a few branded videos, so I thought he might
Right, he
have
makes
been
videos
the
for
branded.
everything.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, his
Everything.
videos are.
I miss when we had someone for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, Ben.
You can unsubscribe if you want to. Everyone else does.
Aw.
Savagery. I do miss his profile.
Bots or something.
Nah. It's just like it's a very slow drop off. I lose like
But who
10 to 20
unsubscribes?
subs.
It's so like so
I
much
unsubscribe
effort.
from channels.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, the venue was of course this venue behind us.
Yes,
Accor
Accor Stadium here in Sydney.
Thank you to Accor Stadium for I guess putting us up again for all
Yeah.
bar 1 year. They've come in clutch to the Millennium Room.
Yeah,
They did indeed
and-
name the room after the YCS.
And don't forget the Legends room.
The Legends Room for all the people that were on the bottom tables.
Yeah, they didn't want the the scrubs interfering with their eyesight, so like, go upstairs, be banished.
Go
I
to the
think-
Legends Room.
I think the Legends room should have been the top tables, and then maybe work
think
out
it should have
cut
been
line.
reversed.
Like, and maybe do something up there. Like,
Because I feel like it's more of a privilege for the top tables to have a little bit more
Space.
serenity and a bit more
sunlight.
space. And light, yeah, because they draw the curtains in the room, so it's very dark in the
Yeah.
room. So it would have been nice to have exposure to sunlight. But maybe the top players aren't used to that. They're used to sitting in their dungeons doing combos.
That is true.
Valid.
Anything else we want to bring up about the event?
No, I think overall it was quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
We'll probably have some more points on next week's podcast as we get more of a decompression and a breakdown.
Yeah,
We'll
once
talk about
I would like to
the
see
controversies
where
of the event.
water control came. How far you made it.
I think he lost in top 32.
That sucks. But
Yeah.
still 32. Rather beat him than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
than me. All right.
Very sorry.
So we move on to some news. We start with Master Duel, as we do. So they've
Are we
released
just a
an
Master
update.
Duel podcast now? Are we just a Master Duel podcast now?
I'll just do a bit of it. It's fine.
News is news.
We should figure that out.
Good.
Anyway, so we have our next Duelist Cup announced. The first stage of that will be beginning on March 13th, which I believe is next weekend, approximate. And then the stage 2 starting on the 22nd. So that's good timing for me because I have the time off to actually put some effort into it. And hopefully that's how I can get to Worlds.
You're going to go to Worlds by sweating Master Duel.
Yeah.
Good luck.
What's the
cheaper than
criteria
sweating?
for Worlds for that?
What time does it start again?
Starts on the 13th.
How do you get to Worlds in Master Duel? What do you have to do?
Sweat.
Top the Duelist Cup. And it is
Oh.
pretty much like they have a 48-hour window where the
Yeah.
stage 2 is up, like you have to get to stage 2, but then like it's a 48-hour for stage 2, and you just have to be
Top
as
percentage.
high as possible, if not the top. Yeah,
Crazy. Well, if you can go out for it, you got this.
we'll see how we go.
Well, it'll be easy. I play Master Duel as high as possible.
As well as that, we have some new assets having been released. We have a wallpaper for Red Dragon Archfiend. We have
Oh, yeah.
sleeves for the Bad Field
You didn't
spell
say it
for
right.
Tearlament.
You didn't say Red Dragon Archfiend, right?
Archfiend.
Did they really pick that?
Archfiend!
Did they really pick that over Pelarino, whatever it's called?
I think
it's already
they've
got that.
given like the good cards of Tearlament enough stuff. They don't need to give them more stuff. Although
Yeah,
it's nice
valid.
artwork, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then they get a new pack as well. This is a secret pack, the Songstress of Sorrow Song, which is basically Visa stuff and Tier Element stuff, because they haven't had a pack for it as yet.
Oh yeah, because I saw it go up and went, oh, they must just be like rebranding or something. So we didn't have a pack for that.
No, it was just like they had. How did they release it? I think
Yeah,
there was an initial selection pack to get it. I think, but they hadn't done a secret pack. Like, it's pretty much par for the course. They've done that a fair bit with archetypes that get released.
I wonder how heavy this podcast is impacted by the bus schedule here at Olympic Park.
Can't be any worse than the bikes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make you feel more at the C4G house.
As opposed to all other rumours about Sydney, we do have public transport here.
Yeah.
It just
It's there.
sucks.
And there it goes.
They're also releasing the selection pack called Return of the King. So this has Red Dragon Archfiend stuff in it, obviously.
Archfiend.
Earthbound Immortal,
Yeah.
the new support. Tistina, for reasons I don't fully understand.
Yeah, that doesn't make any
Because
sense.
we're just printing everything early.
Well, not everything.
What's that?
Still haven't got Chimera yet.
Ah!
Jake, what's the Tistina stuff?
That's
There's
the
ants on the
TCG
chair.
archetype we got.
It bit me.
Oh,
flippy.
yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. And then in this pack as well, they have released transaction rollback.
Fun.
Just all the stuff except for the stuff he wants.
And no bonfire.
At this point, I don't even care anymore.
Well, like,
true,
did
moved
they
on to
release
Snake
Snake
Eye.
Eye as a full power straight
Everything.
away?
Everything except for bonfires.
And we got rollback.
And Raging Phoenix.
And yeah, Raging
Which is actually kind of big.
Yeah,
and
they
SP.
can't OTK.
Oh yeah,
You have to mix it with other things that can do damage.
and you can't extend with
Yeah,
bonfire.
to that point, they've been using cash from what I've seen, just to put another body on the board.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. I've been using Infernoid.
Oh, yeah.
Is Rescue still like everywhere in Master Duel?
No, it doesn't exist.
No.
No, people don't play because the
They haven't
extra
released
stuff.
Preventer and...
Preventer and Emergency aren't
That's
released on
why it's
Master Duel yet.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
what?
getting transaction rollback before emergency.
Before like a.
We're getting that before cards we haven't had for 6
Their
months.
release schedule is really weird now.
Yeah, they've given up.
Yeah, they just do what.
I really thought they were doing it in release of the main sets
They
that
were.
we get.
And then they stopped doing that.
That's how it started.
I think it's just to make money because the new Snake Eyes were so popular. So they're like, here you go.
I think it gives them an excuse to hit Snake Eyes before they release the rest of the stuff that Snake Eyes breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've again. This is kind of par for the course at the moment. They did similar with other archetypes, like Tier Element came out all at once.
But T was pretty late though. Like,
Cash came out all at once, right?
Cash came out late. We didn't get it all at once either.
It was in 2.
Yep.
yeah.
It was 2. There was another one that they did with it. I just can't remember what
But I
it was.
guess it is a different format as well. So like,
It's its own thing.
and how's the goat thing as well? Is that still going?
Really
No,
enjoyable.
Go
it
Thing
ended
finished.
though.
Yeah, we chatted about that last week. I
Oh,
think
okay.
if they may add that in as something you can do more often.
If it was
I don't know.
permanent, that's all I would play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
I
go
really thought it was
tournaments.
permanent.
No go tournaments here. It was such a big waste considering we'd been playing it for a week. And it's
Yeah.
like my brain is just ready to go, and we're playing Edison here.
So did the Time Wizard still kick off?
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah,
all Edison. Yeah, they got 120 players for Edison.
That's
giant
really,
cards,
that's
so-
really good. Yeah,
really
I
solid.
like that.
Moving on to the OCG though, we have an announcement for an announcement of the ban list. So they have again alluded to the fact that they will be announcing the OCG ban list on the 24th, coming into effect on the 1st. It'll be interesting to see what they actually do for the OCG this time around. Do you think? Because
Snake Eyes is getting shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, I feel like they're just going to take that shit out.
It's Fire King, then Tempai, then Snake Eyes.
We're gonna.
Well,
I think
this-
they're gonna hit the Snake Eyes
Yeah, they'll
engine.
hit the Snake Eye to stop Viking.
I think they'll
Oh,
put
that means
Wanted to 1, and
Voices-
then they'll also hit the Snake Eyes as well.
They just ban Ash, right?
No, I think they'll put the quick play spell to 1, and then they'll probably
Yeah,
put
because like 3 Witch with 1 Wanted seems kind of shit. Kind of meh.
Odds on for Fire King, they're probably gonna lose Kieran. Kieran will probably go
Kieran
to
to
1.
1. Yeah, that's
Because you just
exactly
play
what I
one of the
thought.
rest anyway.
But like some lists don't even. Some lists just play like 2 because some like they don't even want to like open it. But like it is still a good card.
To stop Fire King, you have to ban Fire King. That's the problem. So it'll be a case of whatever you can get out of the Snake Eyes package.
It is unfortunate because like I know Kieran's a good card, but I don't think Fire King deserves to get hit. It's just Snake Eye that kind of
Yeah.
just amplify it so much.
Well,
I mean, it wouldn't
100%.
be the first time that there's been casualties when you're trying to hit the meta.
That's true. Rip Hulk.
Come on.
Please.
Bring it back.
Absolutely
you're-
not.
will they do a voiceless set?
In the OCG,
No.
maybe.
No.
They might
Maybe a little.
They might just do Divine
A
at
little
one
doesn't
just
matter.
because.
Come on, they'll be like. There's a little divine
No.
one.
It's OCG. They do weird stuff. Divine at one.
They could preemptively divine it to one just to handle other ritual decks in future.
But like voiceless. Oh no, they're in the OCG already got that new spell, right?
Yeah.
So they're already like full power still.
Full power still can't beat Viking.
No, they win some tournaments.
Some.
No. According to Ben, they lose all the
But
time.
they probably top
Deck
some
sucks.
Is
Oh, I wish it lost all the time. I lost it one in the
Is-
bloody main event.
I lost to both
Saravis-
of them.
Is Saravis on the list in OCG? Or is it still 3 in OCG?
Oh, it's still 3. That card's useless.
Hey.
No, but I thought like they would like put that to 1.
Ooh, that's hot.
Bears does
like,
not
yes.
like light ritual decks.
This is it's getting very toasty.
Yeah,
sitting here in
yeah.
this chair.
This is why I'm now
Well,
hunched
we'll
forward.
try and move it along.
This man is-
So we have an announcement for Worlds as well. So that's going to be taking place on the 7th
later.
and 8th of September in Seattle.
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 You can go see Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Yeah. And drop things off the Space Needle.
Toss salad,
Just cards.
scrambled
So
eggs.
is this the first time Worlds is
Oh
in
my
Japan?
god.
Just lit up.
Isn't Worlds
No,
always in
it
Japan?
blew into Frank.
Yeah, let's not
Oh,
ignore
no.
who that originally belongs to.
But yeah, that'll obviously cover the TCG, Duel Links, and Master Duel. Hope to see you there as a Master Duel player.
Right, so with Worlds, isn't it always in Japan?
No.
They generally alternate. So it's kind of like us in New Zealand. One year it'll
Oh,
be in
so
Japan,
like US, Japan.
another year it'll be somewhere else.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
Yeah, it used to do the whole global tour and then kind of in the... They did Japan pre-COVID, I think. And then post-COVID, they just did Japan
Yeah.
again.
Has Australia ever gotten or hosted Worlds?
Nah.
No, God.
No,
We probably
yeah.
will never have it.
That's rough.
I mean, they don't like us enough to have a stream. I don't think they're going to give us Worlds.
True.
Also in the OCG, for the upcoming Quarter Century Chronicles sets, they've got some archetypes getting reprinted,
Oh,
which is
Thunder
hinted
Dragon.
at potential support coming out for these archetypes. Potentially not, though. It could just be the fact that they haven't reprinted them in a while.
What's the name of this
Still
pack?
have
I haven't looked it up. and I've
Quarter
been
Century Chronicles side, Pride.
Pride. All right. Yeah, it was when we sat talking about 2 weeks ago. We remembered the first one, which I've now forgotten.
Unity.
Unity. I'm like, oh, what was the other one? It was P. It was P. And I've been sitting there thinking, I'm like, I won't Google it. I'll just wait till Jake tells me.
It's in the brain somewhere. So the 4 archetypes are
Pride.
Medolce, Thunder Dragon, Magical Muskets,
Oh,
and,
Unky Drew will be happy.
Drytron.
and Drytron.
Oh my
I'm
god.
2 out of 4, baby. Let's go. That's pretty fun. That's
What
pretty
is
good.
Still
Yes.
won't read them.
That's the thing, like, they've been getting dribs and drabs here and there, and still...
The Drytron support we got with that last one was
I
very...
don't know, I like the idea of a free level 7 that you can just
It
whack
does,
on the board.
it does search the spells, which is cool.
Yeah, so it's a field spell that nobody plays.
Yeah. It ties in with the Asartic stuff. You can do like the combos. with the
Yeah, no one's
fusion.
doing that.
No, no one's doing that. It's very bad.
It's what you meant to do.
You play like one of the worst bricks.
It's called the entire Arctic deck.
No, I mean if you just play that package in Drytron. No one's playing pure
Exactly.
Asartic. No one's crazy enough to play Asartic.
Actually, just quickly, on Master Duel the other day, I queued up against a Arctic player, and I was like, oh god, I don't want to lose to this, but I don't know what any of them do. Oh no!
I won't lie, the collector rare synchros look pretty nice.
Yeah, but that's just collector rare synchros. Like, they could be any other synchro and it'd be fine.
True.
You could go and buy boxes from the venue right now. They're still open. They'll sell you them for $60 a pop.
Really? Only 60?
$60 a pop, that's it.
The singles are like $10.
This thing was less than $10.
Well, there you
Wait,
go.
but didn't that also have the Pancratops in there?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. God, he was
And the Ogodics!
Yeah.
Oh my
And Pank's
god.
like $200 collector rare.
$60 a box.
I bought one and got
$200
2 ultras.
Panks?
Two
Oh, you only
ultras.
had 2 ultras.
Oh. Wait, that
Oh.
means there's a QCR in there somewhere. That's how that works.
Should be 4.
So, also in the
Hold on,
OCG...
this said QCR.
Oh, hang on, my
That's
phone's
fine.
mucked up.
It's collector rare.
Stop.
Jake's ruining the news.
I would
bit.
really love some Thunder Dragon.
Jesse got Collector
or-
Hungry Burger from the other box.
Oh, that's sick. I'll actually buy that off you.
What is
Oh,
it?
unless he
Collector
wants to
Hungry
keep it.
Burger.
Oh, nice.
So we also have the V-Jump promos having been announced. There's 2 of them. The other one's not a V-Jump promo. cross that. So it's a level 5 antique gear dragon. Oh, ancient gear dragon. Sorry, they're called antiques in the OCG. I didn't know this.
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently they're antique gears in OCG.
And what are they here? Ancient?
Ancient gears.
Oh, do we already have ancient gears?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's
the
an
same
it's a
archetype.
new
It's just
ancient
a
gear card.
translation thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of works with Crowler's gimmick. Like, actually knowing that actually makes way more sense.
He's the
So-
antiquist.
Yeah.
So brag, ulti golems to the moon.
Surely.
Well, they're already at
They're,
the fucking
they're
moon.
already super expensive.
They're already
like,
there.
Hopefully
so,
the fusion will go up.
so this one
Fusion
can't
broke.
be special summoned. You can only use its second effect once per turn.
Wait. I want to... So at this exact moment, Ben has realized that Jake was making fun of Kurt last night for no reason. Because last night you were like... Kurt was like, you have to normal summon it, and you were insisted. You were like, no, Kurt, just special summon it.
Are you done?
Is its first line of
Are you
text,
done?
this card can't be special
Are you
summoned?
done?
You can tell me the rest of the card then.
Most of the Ancient Gear cards say ignoring its special summoning conditions because Ancient Gear Golem is a piece of shit.
Apology video?
Get in the fucking bin! Anyway, so this one, it's summoning conditions if
I ain't
you
gonna read Ancient Gear
decide-
cards.
If you decide to read what the Ancient
Can't use
Gear
traps in the battle
cards...
phase.
So, if you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Earth Machines, you can normal summon it without tribute.
Earth Machine support.
When your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or effect, send one machine monster from your hand or face-up field, or an Ancient Gear Golem from your deck to the graveyard to negate that effect.
Oh wait, it makes you play the OG.
You don't have to, you can just send another machine.
Oh, okay.
Just if you want to do it from deck, you play the OG.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Ulti
not a bad
first.
little piece of support for an archetype that no one cares about.
I like it.
It's getting a lot of support this year.
It is getting a lot of support this
But
year.
remember the last time it got a lot of support?
Yeah, that went great.
It went great. Everyone just bought the decks for Maxi. They had to put Maxi in the deck for people to buy it.
It's an Earth. That's synergy.
Yes. Synergy.
So, before we've even seen OTS 24 here in Australia, we have the announcement of OTS 25 coming. We don't have a date as yet, however, we do have the first ulti as per norm. It is the Head of Exodia.
I love it.
I hope they do a piece
make
each
any
set.
sense.
I think it's a fantastic reprint.
I don't want to wait till the end of... I don't want to wait till like next year for the rest of that.
Yeah, we're going to get a piece every OTS
I
pack.
don't mind if they do that, as long as the other two are like solid. Like Ash or something like that.
No,
like
just give... This is the solid piece.
Could they
Yeah,
not do
no
a
Ash,
5...
just Head.
Could they just not do a 5 ulti OTS
That's
in
what
a
I
pack
actually thought
and just
that.
have,
That'd
and
be
have
cool.
the same, like, and have the 4 other pieces be like 50% of it and the 50 be the other?
The reason we're getting this is because we're getting all the Exodia support.
Yeah.
And I like that they're preemptively doing OTS prints this time instead of waiting until later to then do the print. So they've come out ahead of time. Like, we're not going to get the Exodia set for another 3 months? Maybe
Yeah,
even
so by the time
like
it
5
comes
months?
out, it will all be like
We'll
maybe
have the
one or two
ulti in
pieces
hand.
Oh,
of-
yeah,
Yeah.
it's August.
Wait until Konami proves you wrong.
At least if they do one at a time, it's easier to chase instead of chasing all 5 at once, like when the Starlights were released,
Yeah.
which is cool. So like, you get the head, and then like then next set you work on like getting like the arm or leg, and then yeah. No, I think that's cool. If they do that, if they don't, then it's just trash. Because then you have one ulti piece, and then
So speaking of the Exodia support coming out, we also have the announcement for the set that is coming in, the Infinite Forbidden. So it's going to be having its official release on the 17th of July.
So 4 months from now. We are definitely
Still-
preempting this OTS back.
yeah.
Again, I just can't see Konami actually doing what
Oh, yeah,
they
so that pack will
have
be...
said that
The
they
August
would.
pack will be 2 weeks after that now. Yeah? No, a week after that. Oh my god.
What?
We get that... So Infinite Forbidden's in July.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which is, it's a main set, so that is just our next main set.
Yeah.
So you have the main set for Legacy of Destruction.
Yep.
Yes,
That
that's correct.
is next month.
Yeah.
And then July, Exodia.
Yeah, I
So
thought we'd
keen
be...
for that.
Thought we went until August. That's
The
alright.
next main set's gonna be very nice.
I'm looking forward to doing Light Sworn Tings.
There's another July pack too, isn't there?
I
It's gonna be another
Super
stage
Battle of
July.
Legend.
You want 'em?
Yeah. It's,
It's always like that.
yeah.
And then we get the Mega Tins a month and a half later.
Yeah.
And then lastly on
Structure
news, we have a bit of fun news coming to us from, I think it was Switzerland?
Oh, yes.
So yeah.
Sanrio collection.
Yeah, so for reasons I don't fully understand, McDonald's have partnered up with Konami and Hello Kitty and bringing us a bunch of Hello Kitty figures dressed up as Yu-Gi-Oh figures as McDonald's toys.
I think this is the greatest fucking thing in the history of 2024.
It is hilarious. So the Yu-Gi-Oh monsters that are featured are Dark Magician Girl, obviously, Obelisk Slifer and the Wind Dragon of Ra, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Karibo, Exodia, Time Wizard, and Red Eyes. Just all the staple OG cards.
Too. A Wind Dragon of Ra,
I
Hello Kitty
want
wheels.
so many of them.
Oh,
I want
Red
so many
Eyes.
of them that I just kind of want all of them.
I wonder, surely there'd be enough demand for people to chuck these on eBay.
Oh yeah, these will be on eBay for a shitload of money. Just like everything in Sweden.
Are these Swedish, like...
It's all the
Swedish
same.
exclusives? These not coming to
They're
the
just
show.
Northies. They're not coming out here, no.
Northies, no, we won't get these. So moving
I thought
on
it was
to
Belgium.
I can't remember what place it was.
It
Um,
could
This
be
is the Belgian flag.
It could
on
be
the-
Belgium,
on the
'cause
release.
That's why they print all the Euro cards. So I get it.
It's Belgium. Still more Northies.
All Northies.
So moving on to some questions. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link will be in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. Our first question this week comes to us from Jesse. What's first? OTS Ulti Ash or... which Ash is getting first? Snake Eyes Ash or Ash Blossom?
Snake Eyes Ash.
The egg.
Probably.
If Ash Blossom was getting ulti, it would have been ages ago.
Yeah, it's too late now.
They already got the quarter century and then thought ulti.
They already have an ulti. You don't need an OTS ulti.
Yeah, there's ulti in the rarity collection, so it's like...
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Ulti.
So we didn't put a shout out for this as well. Like, there was no room in
We
the
couldn't
set.
find a place in the venue to
Couldn't
record.
find. Also,
So
I'm pretty sure
instead
most
we're
people
here.
have gone home.
Sweating on this balcony.
Yeah.
Next question is from Rye Guy. What was it like when you first made the jump from casual to competitive decks? Do you have any advice for people looking to make that jump?
Well, once I was back seriously playing, when I made the jump from casual to competitive was when I picked up Totally Awesomes and had Paleo in Zoo format. That was great. My biggest advice would be learn the game first before you go and buy a deck. Otherwise, it is a waste of your money. And once you're ready, I'd wait for next format to start. So once a ban list drops, see what the meta's looking like, and then go for it. Pick up your staples in the meantime, like if you Ash Blossoms, Imperms, anything you're going to need to throw in. And then when a format kicks into gear, if it's something that you want to do, go hard. But just make sure you lay the groundwork first, otherwise you're wasting your time and money.
I think it's good to also surround yourself with a good people that actually do the similar thing.
Yeah.
Because it also helps with other testing, figure out what you want to play, and then also getting the cards you need, and everything like that. Because doing it alone is quite overwhelming, depending on like what situation you're in.
Yeah.
So I think that's also good. But
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think researching what you're spending your money on is also really important. I know in my very early days, I was buying a lot of garbage product just
yeah.
because, like, I could. But if
I
I had
did-
my
I did
time
that.
back, like, and even just like buying and selling stuff, like, there's so much stuff I wish I'd kept.
I bought so many shit decks just because I wanted to buy them.
Yep.
I bought a lot of what's the set the Dangers came in? Cyber something?
Cyberstorm Access? No, that's too new.
What was
Cybernetic
some-
Rebel.
Cybernetic something. I don't know. I was like just endlessly chasing those, and I didn't know much about the game because the first meta deck I played was like the Thunder Dragon.
Cybernetic Overload?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Also, no,
Cybernetic Horizons.
that's it.
That was-
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was just like endlessly like just buying like packs just to try and pull like Danger Nessies and stuff like that. So I kind of didn't really know what I was doing. So
In
like,
the
with
end,
that,
like,
yeah.
those cards ended up being like $50-$60. You could just...
Yeah, no, that's the
cards,
thing.
yeah.
Like I didn't know. I ended up just buying singles, and then I
Big-
was kind of like, I could have just saved so much more time.
I was the same. Like, I put aside like $600 for Striker when Striker came out, and then spent the $600 on boxes. Pulled one Engage from 6 boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, rough times.
It was still fun opening product, but at the same time, once you know what you're doing, it's a bit easier.
Yeah.
You save a bit of money.
True.
Next question is from Paul Pelican. Sorry you weren't here this weekend, Paul. You had life things to do. At the YCS, what have you learned that you would do differently if the YCS was a week later? Could be deck techs or choices or preparation, etc.
I would have played the exact same deck that I played. I just would have tested it more. Like, the fact that I only decided to play this list a week ago is my downfall. They were
Yeah, an extra week with this list would have been nice.
awkward OTK lines were the thing that I struggled with the most this weekend.
Figuring out stuff for Lullaby in other matches, like you could have gone a bit wider and gone.
I had all that sorted. Like I was like, cashier, I'm just gonna call Fenrir,
Yeah, true.
make it work.
I would tell Jesse not to leave early. He's just been called for the public prize playoff.
Oh
What, Jesse
no!
Hessel?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, Jesse's been called for the
So,
public playoff.
if
He's
you
not.
enter a public event, you get called up by like randomly to
Yeah.
play for a prize card.
And he
He
did-
got called and he's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
That's
Oh.
so rough.
That's
Well.
If someone's with Jesse, please record his reaction because
He's driving home
when did
He
they call
will shit.
this?
just then.
just now.
Just now.
Yep.
Be ready to run if they call you as a replacement.
There's any
Well, how would I
red-headed
find out?
guys with stretched ears?
You have to be in the room.
Go in.
Then answer
Oh.
to the PA.
Yeah, you get given a couple minutes grace if you're like nearby, but that's it.
Yeah. I also before I do wish I was like another week to get like more prepared would have been nice, considering I wasn't really able to do much testing.
Yeah.
Especially with my side deck. My side deck just wasn't really. It was kind of just thrown together. Like there's a lot of things I wish I had. Like I really do wish like I played like droplets or just like kind of like a side deck of like board breakers, because as much as everyone said like it's a hand trap format, having them as well would have just really helped.
I think
For me personally, at least. But yeah.
Yeah, my side deck was also a big garbo. That's probably something I'll
Yeah,
change.
like there was a little bit of thought. Like the beast seals were good. They didn't really come up, but like they were a good choice. I still think because like voiceless and like branded. But I didn't verse any branded or voiceless, unfortunately.
because I versed them all.
Yeah.
Live question typing. Next question is from Rye Guy. What are/were some of the best and worst formats for rogue decks?
Or tier. It's bad.
yeah, Tier was pretty cancer for rogue decks.
T was real bad for rogue.
Yeah, because they just milled the rogue decks out. They were just like, oh, you
They
can't
milled my
go if
tennies.
that's
That
not
was
in your
good.
deck. Oh, what a pity, that's in your graveyard now. Oh
okay.
no, sucks to be you, doesn't it? I put a
mean,
card in your
yeah,
grave and you
like
top deck
yours is
shifter.
one of the
Ah.
few. Like, not the flu was rogue, but like even if you milled like a couple of Rabinas or a statue off of flu,
Like,
Or just milling like an M-pen. Oh, you get M-pen back, but like milling the Riser probably would hurt.
yeah, if you
Like,
hit too
that's-
many of their level 7s, they just lose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getting rid of the Avion would have been pretty rough as well. Sticker.
what were some of the best formats for rogue though?
This format.
To a point.
Like in my opinion, that's the thing. Not like the best ever, but I think it was very solid.
Like, weirdly,
Again, I haven't
Zoo
been
was
playing that long.
a decent format for Rogue, just because you could put Zoo into literally anything.
Yeah, but then if it has Zoo in it, is it still counted as rogue?
I don't know. Ask Zoo Infernoid.
Maybe like before Zeus was printed.
Yeah. Zeus just is kind of
'Cause it was
shit
just-
on
if
Rogue
you
pretty
see-
badly.
Yeah. Zeus Turbo is kind of like
That's a nice board you've got there. Oh, what a pity it's gone.
attack directly with Bulbo, Zeus.
You mean your deck doesn't have recovery built in? Ah,
No, it
sucks to suck.
Anyway. Also from Ragai, how do you pick which decks you want to play out of upcoming sets? Is it based off interest, ability, or maybe something else?
It's about how much shit I talk about it and whether or not I want to try and actually make it work. Like, I'll be real, I joked about Goblin Bikers being good. I'm going to play it for probably the next month.
Yeah.
I talked mad shit about how Rescue Ace was going to be great. Look where we are now, baby.
I mean, you also talked
after
about
Bonus?
Unchained not doing
No,
fucking
like,
anything.
when it came out. What?
Yeah, I mean, you talked mad shit about Unchained.
No, but I
doing
didn't
shit all.
intentionally say it was good, despite the fact that it very clearly was not.
I do like how
End up
Unchained
being
did
great.
get that like kind of like refreshment. It was like kind of just dead for so long, and then just kind of became like tier 1.
Well,
Cool.
the thing, and again, I've said this so many times with Unchained, like, its play was so heavily telegraphed that, like, anyone could break it. It's like, I'm going to link your stuff, I'm going to link your stuff.
Makes an anima.
It was
Like,
nice.
the release of the ability to get to an Xyz that stops specials, the recursion from Grave, and SP also being released at the same time was just, like, perfect for that deck. And Maxi not being in the format, because
Yeah.
it would suck to Maxi.
The link, I think the link is really solid.
Link's real
That
good.
was very nice. Like even though the dog got limited to one, like I still think the Link is just so good to keep it going.
Thrust being an extender as well is also bonkers. Like
Yeah.
most decks is like, oh, set
Imperm.
imperm,
Yeah.
hope for the best.
Yeah.
Last question. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing for a minute. Last question comes to us from 6i6 again. What is your best shirt/costume/outfit you saw at this year's YCS?
Shout
What
out
I'm
to
wearing
Scrap-
right now, baby.
Shout out to Scrap Kong
Okay.
shirts. It's good to see that. I don't know what the meaning behind their Scrap Kongs are, but I'm a Scrap man.
What was
so.
I don't know what it was, but some guy with like a mask and a top hat.
He was card trader.
Oh, card trader.
He wore it
Yeah.
for 3 days straight. I'm sure today that outfit smells pretty bad.
It was cool.
The Ajama Yellow was pretty funny. That was
That
cool.
was-
Jungle Yellow was pretty good.
that was
Yeah.
cursed.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit cursed, but
I thought it looked like a
A bit?
bumblebee. I was
A
like,
bit.
okay.
I was like, ah! Every time was a jump scare. I turned to God, ah!
And what was
that's
it?
what the Ajama should be, really.
What was the other person that kind of looked like the Joker?
He does
He
it.
had the
he-
Bane
he-
mask
he's-
on and
he
the
does
Zen
that all the
outfit.
time.
He
He's
does
got
that
a
every
gimmick.
year.
That's always
He had
just
a
been a fun
sign.
one.
He came
I
dead
didn't
last,
read it.
and I think it was on purpose.
Yes, play self FTK.
Okay. There was only those three, right?
Good for supporting the
I
game.
hope he lives nearby, which
It's
I'm sure he
Edwin doesn't
doesn't.
live too far away at all.
Okay, because
Is it Edwin?
otherwise it'd be so expensive to come here and literally put yourself last just for the meme value.
Or
Yeah.
imagine, or like
He's like an
training
hour
it
away.
here while wearing something like that. I would not wear that on a train.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, like, I
Very cool.
imagine he has a few people he knows as well. Like, there's a few people like I like seeing him talk, having a chat with.
Yeah.
Talk to him once a year.
They seem like nice people.
If I bump into him at a regional, I always say hello.
Yeah.
He wasn't in makeup today.
That's probably why I didn't recognise him. I think I've legitimately only seen him outside, like in costume.
I waved and he wasn't paying attention.
You say that. Who's supposed to?
Yeah.
He unsubscribed.
Rude.
That concludes us for today. Thank you all very much for listening, watching. If you are listening along, feel free to favourite. If you are on YouTube, like and subscribe. Jump into a Discord, ask us some questions for next week, and we'll catch you all then. Peace from YCS.
So yeah.
Bye.